He's what we call the comics comic, an absolute genius writer. He's been doing this for a very, very, very long time. And every time I've seen this guy, I sit down and I watch him and I laugh from the beginning to the end. He's just a great guy, a great comedian, and a good friend of mine. Please welcome Chris Wainhouse. Please welcome him. Chris Wainhouse.
Awesome. How are you guys? Good? Great. Thank you very much. I should thank you all so very much for getting me away from my partner on Valentine's Day. I really dodged a bullet there, so thank you. Be very proud of yourself. My name is Chris. I hate that name. My sister thinks her name is worse, but you know that's Barry for you. Always a bit of a drama queen. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I'm a tall lady with ample bosom. At least that's what I tell Rob, my pen friend from Canada. Yeah, I can't wait to see his face when he comes over in June to marry me. Says in his letters he has a good sense of humour. We'll see. But, so I'm a wonderful person. I'm one of the nicest comedians in the world. I'm a nice person. I volunteer at my local library. It's mostly just shushing people. No, I also like to walk up to small children and bite them. Not for any personal gain, just to drive home the important message of stranger danger. Yeah, kids need to know that. There are some weirdos out there. So it's one of the services I do. I moved to Sydney. I'm living in Sydney now. I quite like Sydney. I think what I like is if I'm bored, I can just hop in my car and spend a whole afternoon driving around looking for somewhere to park. That's so much fun. You couldn't do that in Mackay. Do you know what I mean? You pull out of your driver and go, oh, there's one there. It just wrecked the whole afternoon. But there are some weird things in Sydney. When I first moved there, I was walking along a street. I saw a big sign that said Simplicity Funerals, and out the front was like 9 wheelie bins. You can't get more simple than that, Sydney. Now, granted, they were just display models, you know, but at least I know what the blue lids are for. It's also... And another weird thing, I'm not used to catching buses, but I was at a bus stop in Sydney and there was an old lady and I kicked her in the confusion, right in the throat. But the thing is I'm a big believer of karma. Okay, so I don't know what it is she had done, but it would have had to have been bad, right? I mean, that stuff doesn't happen to good people. So thank God I was there. Otherwise, she may have got away with it. You don't want that. I rented a house near an Aldi supermarket. I love Aldi. I don't do all my shopping there, just the everyday things: bread, milk, jet skis, 6-pack of spear gun rubbers, kilometre of cling wrap. That's always handy, isn't it? I did once buy a shopping trolley for $2, so they have bargains. I was like, I couldn't make that cheaper. But, as usual, with an impulse buy, it just sits in your garage, doesn't it? Like, people come over and open up the garage, go, that's my shopping trolley. If you want to use it, just come over and take it. I never use it. You think you're going to, but no. I went to a school fete last weekend. Do you know what a school fete is? It's pretty much of a waste of a whole day. That's what it is, right? But the photocopied poster sticky taped to the power pole looked amazing, right? So I'm like, this is going to be great. So I rock up, it's just rubbish. There's a jumping castle, which apparently I'm too heavy to ride. The only other thing there was a face painting store, face painting. And I thought, well, I'm here. You know, I'm a comic. I work maybe 10 minutes a night tops. I've got a lot of time to fill. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get my face painted. So as I rock up to the face painting stall, as I get there, this little 8-year-old kid comes bouncing out, right? And I just punch him, okay, because I thought he was a tiger. I was like, run! And as I was running away, I hear this, Mum! And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on just a minute. Tigers never say that. Okay. Something is clearly amiss. Let's investigate. I rock back. There's a little kid flat out, blood pouring out of his nose. Still tiger face, so very intimidating. Right, he's just lying down there, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You know, I'm an adult. You don't scare adults. I didn't when I was a kid, you know. So we had a chat, and we both agreed no one was wrong, no one was right. And we both, it's just an unfortunate situation we'd got ourselves into, and I'm helping him up. As I'm helping him up, his mother came over, and I clocked her. I thought she was a cougar. Okay, yeah, you know how protective they are of their cubs. So, I like cougars, don't get me wrong. I like the ones on the Gold Coast, the capital of plastic surgery. You have no idea how old a lady is on the Gold Coast without cutting her in half and counting the rings, right? You've got to take that on face value. I was doing a gig at the Gold Coast Arts Centre, and a lady had obviously had a lot of work done, was celebrating a birthday, and in the middle of my show, she goes, "It's my birthday, how old does my face look?" And I was like, "I don't know. It looks young enough to be the daughter of whoever's neck it's sitting on." Because you can't put a Barbie doll head on a Ninja Turtle. You just end up a very pretty turtle. I've been everywhere in this country. I love this country. I've went to Hobart, love Hobart. Love the airport at Hobart because it reminds me of my uncle's place. Yep, he also owns a shed. Tasmania is a bit weird. I went to a shop in Tasmania called Beds, Beds, Beds and bought a filing cabinet. And I was in a pub in Tasmania, and this guy I'd never looked at spilt his glass of beer upon my trousers, and I was like, good one, idiot. Now my trousers have beer. Right, let's go. I'm going to fight you in a fight. And he went, "No, don't, because I'm a lover, not a fighter." Okay, so I tongue-pashed him. Turns out he was a fighter. Turns out he was a very good fighter. And that's what hurt. The fact that he'd lied. I should have just said I'm a fighter. So, well, that's sorry, I just timed this. Perfect. I'm on time, by the way. I'm perfectly timed. So Easter's coming up. I'm going to leave you with this. Easter is coming up. I love Easter because I live in New South Wales and we're allowed to own rabbits. And I've purchased a rabbit with a steady diet of cream and cocoa. I have taught my rabbit how to lay chocolate eggs. Admittedly, they're tiny and he's got the flavour completely wrong, right? But it's early days. I need to somehow introduce a lot of sugar into his diet, and I think we'll have that perfected by next Easter. Thank you very much for having me, people. See you later. I'm Chris Wainhouse.
Chris Wainhouse.